everybody. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. There goes the game. There we go. Okay, I was worried I was gonna have to tell you guys. Alright, sorry for the, sorry we're gonna have to wait a few minutes because it's still loading preloading all the assets. But now it finishes. Okay. Alright, so how's everybody doing this fine day? Dragonis, I see you are first. One of the cats is working. Yep. Great. Come on. Okay, great. Operation and stuff. I didn't get a chance to do this before now because last night is when I set it to download. Already kind of just barely visible. Tried it a bit yesterday and found it to be pretty nice. Good. That's the good. Never get cats. What the fuck? Stop playing with the packing boxes. Game audio is a bit too loud. I'll reduce it in a second, guys. I'm sorry about that. I have to get to the main menu to do that. So just give me just a second. Bear with me. Yes. Okay, thank you. Settings. Let's do it. Alright. Let's try 60%. Alright, let me know if that's too loud, guys. We'll do 50, actually. Alright, how's that? Still too loud, or what are we looking at? Should be about right. Alright, there we go. Alright. Also, welcome Wangus. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to say it, but I'm saying Wangus. What a name. I'm considering setting audio to Japanese to make it more epic. You wanted it Japanese. Why? For me, that would be off-putting. It would actually take me out of the setting, I'm not gonna lie. Because Warhammer is, like, inherently, like, British, English-esque kind of vibe to it. Like, I like that kind of accent in it. For me, it, like, unless we're talking White Scars. White Scars, yeah, I know they're supposed to be Mongolian, but I could do with, like, any Asian accent, really, with the White Scars. But for Ultramarines, if I'm not listening to poshness, posh English, then it just feels wrong. Gothic English. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I expect. My brain is hardwired for that. Alright, so I'm playing the campaign in this stream and in tomorrow's stream. I don't know if I'll get it done in today and tomorrow's stream. I do have to work today and tomorrow. But I have a good number of hours to work with before I have to go to work, so let's work with what we got, right? So, I know the campaign is supposed to be anywhere from 8 to 9 hours, so that should fit within 2 to 3 streams max. And then I'll be trying out the co-op after that. I will be trying out the co-op today. Today's campaign focus, so is tomorrow. And if I get the campaign done tomorrow, then towards the end of the week, I'll be streaming the co-op. Hopefully gearing up with the friends, going in, killing some Xenos. Busting them up, crushing them. Turning them bugs into nothing but filthy stew for the catechins. Alrighty. That's about the same length as the game's first campaign. Actually, it could just be my run, but my first... I remember it, even though it was years and years and years ago. But I remember it took me 12 hours to finish the first game. You're right, it's fairly close, but it's still a little less. This campaign's supposed to be slightly shorter. So, short of dying a lot, we're gonna get through pretty well. All right, so new game, helmet visibility. I want that shit on. Thank you. Show or hide elements on story characters. I want the helmet on. During the gameplay. During like the the story cinematic segments. I'm fine with it. Yeah. But I do like that that's the setting. I'm already happy. Thank you, game, for giving me the ability to turn that on or off. It's always a pet peeve of mine when a Marine does not have their helmet on. And I am sad this game revolves around Primaris, but I'll suck it up. Text language check on it. We'll turn subtitles on. Subtitles background. I don't know. I'll let you guys pick on that one. Do you guys want to hear, like, want to be able to read and pick up, like, what the background characters are also saying? Also, welcome, Draven. Playing as Black Temple, Reva, Drainen. Hello. Hello, my battle brother. I hope you're doing well. I am excited to eventually do co-op, because I'm going to put that Black Templar, sexiness all over my Marine. Oh, yeah. Also, I am wearing my WOG shirt, for anyone who wants to see. I don't have a Space Marine themed shirt. I have a WOG themed shirt. Subtitles on, please. Okay. So, we'll plop on subtitles for the background. Subtitles speaker visibility. We'll leave that on, yeah. That way we know who's talking. I'll go... Okay, so default sample size. We'll go large. And see how that works. Winter Joe, welcome to the stream, my friend. Morning, brother. Morning, my battle brother. You know, to the Aquila. Morning, my brothers. We'll be going to the battle. In the name of the Emperor. In the name of the Imperium, we shall slaughter all Xenos that come into our path. Vilka Fenrika. Or the Carcharodons. I respect Vilka Fenrika. The Carcharodons I also respect. But better than the Black Templars? They are playing second fiddle, my friend. Second fiddle! To the true ultimate Marines. I'm gonna turn that off, actually. Because usually motion blur causes like the most like feedback when you're playing. So I'm going to leave that off. Yeah. I know it adds a cinematic feel and stuff like that, but it's oftentimes for gameplay purposes it's actually very annoying. Rodico, welcome. Here's a chill Asmogan. Planning on buying this after a few months since I have so much backlogs of game. Respect, I understand that. I have a backlog of games. I'm still playing through Gundam Breakers 4. Actually, so that's put on pause while I play this on stream and off stream. Despite how much I know this is gonna fuel my desire to paint Warhammer minis, I need to get my Gundam done, my Gundam Calibarn, so I can get that video, churning. So I'm gonna try and convert the must hobby energy that this will likely fuel me with into the gunpla I'm doing. So it's gonna be a little awkward there. But, oh yeah, I asked this last stream, but I didn't get much of an answer. I'm gonna ask this one as well. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video showing you my pile of shame. It won't be a long video, and it will just be like, hey, this is what I have. But, let me know. And I'll also keep it Warhammer. Or, actually, no. My gunplas are now part of my pile of shame, too, so I'll show you everything I got. So let me know if that's something you guys want. Alright, brightness calibration. We already did that. We already did audio... Alright, before I move on from this, audio. 1 in the chat if we're all good, 2 in the chat if it's a little too loud, want me to turn it down. And of course, as I say that, it does like a little low beat now. Been playing Rogue Trader, enjoy it. Awesome. I enjoy Rogue Trader, it's a pretty good game. Pile of shame, sure, why not? Alright. I mean, everyone starts off bad. I'm not starting off. I've been playing Warhammer in terms of the tabletop game for 12 years now. Sorry, not 12. We're still on 11. It'll be 12 in 6 months? A little less than 6 months, actually. It is just that loud. Keep it a bit low for now. Okay. Okay, one. Okay. We'll do a slight notch down. Okay, so that should be good. Well, I don't know how good or bad this sensitivity is until I'm in the game, so we'll get in and figure that out. Not on a weapon, so we'll do that. Okay, let's do that. Ooh. Okay, so now the difficulty select. Easy, normal, veteran, or angel of death. Let me read them. I'm not doing easy. Normal's the lowest I'll go, but let me read them. Hack through enemy holds in a mood optimized for the best narrative experience. Write your name to the history of the Ultramarines Sorry, Ultramarines. Boo! Boo to the toilet bowls! I swear to God, if I was a Black Templar and I ever had to work with Ultramarines, like the whole time, like if any of... And I want to point this out, and I know I've said it a million times, I'll say it 1,000,001 times. Everyone who's played the first game, which I'm imagine is almost everybody who is even remotely excited for this game. Everybody loves Captain Titus, and through Captain Titus, a lot of people became Ultramarine fans. The irony of that is he is the least Ultramarine ever. He doesn't give a shit about the Codex Astartes outside of as maybe a guideline. He is an honor to his chapter, and he prefers, you know, martial combat. And he's very adaptive to scenarios rather than stalwart or stoic to the Codex Astartes. He is very much not an Ultramarine by his nature. So the irony that so many people became Ultramarine fans or cite Captain Titus as their reason for being Ultramarine fanboys makes me laugh. But because all of them, if I were to ask them, okay, who's your least favorite character from the first game? Universally, the response I typically get is, oh, Leandros, hands down. Leandros is the worst fucking, like, character. I fucking hate him. He's a total fucking scumbag for what he did. And I'm like, you do realize he is the bog standard Ultramarine. No joke, no exaggeration. I'm not being coy. Unironically, Leandros is the ultimate perfect representation of the bog standard Ultramarine. He is an accurate adaptation of Ultramarine. That is the irony of that from the first game. I will never forget. And I've had to call that out so many times. Oh, I loved Captain Titus, that's why I'm an Ultramarines fan. He's not an Ultramarine. I mean, he is, but not by nature. He's so much not. Leandros is an Ultramarine. Leandros is your standard Ultramarine. So just hearing that always makes me laugh, because he's almost everybody's least favorite character, to hated character. It's beautiful. The ironies of this world. Anyway, so yeah, this is for narrative. Balance for better story experience. Enemies are less aggressive. Health and armor are greatly increased. Normal. Uphold the ideals of the Emperor. Fight shoulder to shoulder with your battle brothers to establish the superiority of mankind into the galaxy. Presents a fair gameplay challenge. Enemies are moderately aggressive. Resources need to be managed wisely. Veteran. Hey, Nico. Welcome to stream, my man. Love you. He's more of a raptor than an Ultramarine. Yes. Heard veteran, diff, and above. You need actual people for co-op. Okay. So I'll probably do normal then. He snitched the Inquisition too quick. Ninja should have reported to the chaplain first, though. Yeah, that's true. But that's what I'm saying, though, is he is an Ultramarine. He's like, the space book says this is bad. He didn't do what the space book said. I'm telling you, fucking rat. But yeah, he should have gone to the chaplain first. That is actually protocol. So, yeah, even in the Ultramarines, that's protocol. Is you go to the chaplain first, and the chaplain handles it. If it's a, but yeah. Then an Angel of Death is for co-op. Okay, so we'll definitely do normal then. But I'll still read the description. Walk the path of a true son of Macragge. Display your prowess, no matter what abominations try to destroy you in flesh or spirit. An Angel of Death. Confront a trial worthy of Gilliman himself. You are only one mistake away from recording your name upon the pennant of the fallen. Alright, so we'll do normal, since I'm getting... The chat's mainly telling me this is for co-op, mainly. So, we'll hit up normal. Boom.
The heresy must be purged. In the 41st millennium, humanity stands on the brink of annihilation. In the galaxy-spanning Imperium of Man is beset on all sides by hostile aliens and threatened from within by traitors and heretics. It is an age of constant war, a new dark age in which enlightenment is replaced by superstition, rhetoric, and blind prayer. To live in such times is to be one of amongst untold billions, existing in the cruelest and bloodiest regime imaginable. The most powerful and dreaded of the Imperium's defenders are the Space Marines, bio-engineered superhuman warriors. They are humanity's last bastion against the terror. There is no time for peace, no respite, no forgiveness.
Fuck yeah. No more's hard enough, Solo. Oh well, we'll see.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Alright. Oh yeah, I would also like to say Nostalgia Vivek and a couple others on my call-in server, Kadaku. I almost read that as Clandathu. What happened to the frame rate? Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, hopefully it's just a cinematic, but fuck. This isn't starting up good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ugh. Yeah, it actually froze. And it crashed. Fuck. It's not a good start. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully that was just the initial issue. God damn it. Didn't pray for the Omnissiah hard enough.
Her Omnissiah, please grant this servant of yours technological superiority and functionality for this remainder of my time. Please.
Alright, let's try that one out. Could just be the initial load. That was the issue. Alright. Titus should remain a Death Watcher Marine, in my opinion. And he's cooler that way. Once you put on that blue and that toilet bowl symbol, you lose all your cool factor. All of it. First crash, bring the Admech. Well, where are the oils and the holy smoke? I don't have either. I'm just gonna have to hope the prayer itself is enough. If need be, I'll go find a chicken and slaughter it. Not really. Come on. Load back up. Problem. That's a common problem there? Okay. So I'm not alone. That's good. Alright. Yeah. Can I skip this? Yeah. I know. Logos. Let me skip. Please. Why do they make you sit there and, like, the logos? I don't care. You're more of a space wolf. More of a space wolf. Bring the rune priest. I'll take that, yeah.
Like Space Marine.
Isn't the swarm engine this game is made relatively new? I think so? Because the Saber Interactive have only used it before now for World War Z, right? So, and granted, I'm not going to say I know that. But that's what I believe. Okay. Continue. See if it'll load this time. Okay, in the Grim Darkness 5 feature, there's only war. Okay. Okay, don't. Kandaku. Sector MX. Oh, don't freeze. Okay, I'm gonna keep my hands on the keyboard this time. Hopefully it plays through the... We're gonna miss the first cinematic. I'll look it up on YouTube. As long as we get to the gameplay and it smooths out. So let's just. We're gonna miss the cinematic initially. I'm just praying that if I don't touch the keyboard, it doesn't crash. I just want to get to the gameplay. That's all. Damn it. I guess we'll hang out in the chat and hope it processes and. I hate that I can hear what's happening though, but I can only guess like what's actually happening in the cinematic. Normal Black Temper uses the codex as toilet paper? Correct. That's the only proper use for the codex. Faithful machine speedrun properly. Hopefully it's just a cinematic again. Like I don't know if I can skip it somehow. Is it actually a cinematic right now, or is there a menu option I need to select that I can't see? We're gonna be in the screen a while. Is it that long? God damn it.
Approaching Kadako. Prepare for atmospheric entry.
We're not starting up great. Fuck. 5 minutes?
Approaching drop zone.
5 minutes? We gotta be for fucking hell. That's annoying. Alright, fingers crossed though. Fingers crossed. I'll open a separate tab and watch the intro cutscene there. I'm gonna pull it up after this because I want to see it. I'm annoyed that the game is not loading it. Which is weird. You know, now that I think about it, isn't that weird? Because normally it's just playing an MP4 file. And it's pre-rendered, right? So they pre-render it and they just play it for you. So that's usually what happens. So I don't know why the game is chugging on the cinematic. Like it's not in-game graphics, is it? For those who've seen it. Is it in-game graphics? If it's like rendering like the in-game actual thing. Okay, the audio cleared out. Come on. Well, you see the game isn't too heavy on hardware. I've seen it run off 1660. Yeah, I have a 2080 Super. Granted, I'm also streaming it right now in game. I think. Okay. So they're doing in-game. That's okay. Oh boy, if this is how the game starts on your PC, mine would likely commit seppuku. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's the problem. Like if it's not a pre-rendered cinematic and it's in-game like models and graphics that it's processing for the cinematic, like okay, I can see that being the chug. It's like okay, it's doing all the processing of that. It's got to process the 3D model. It's got to process the environment. It's got to process all that's happening in the cinematic. But if it's pre-animated, like they animated it in like high fidelity and like Maya or something, and then like rendered it as an MP4 file. Oh, screen change at least. All right, so we're doing with catachans. Specifically, those are. I know the specific type of troop that is. Because those aren't bog standard not Acadians. So they're the ones with a face mask. They're like something drop troop, I think. Again, as long as we get in the gameplay and it smooths the fuck out. It seems like it's loading like a patch or something, or maybe loading like resources in the background, and that's why it's chugging at the moment. That's my guess. Tempesticians? No. Tempesticians are not just, they're not even part of, like, they're their own faction. Like, when we get into science, they're their own faction. They're not Cadians, strictly speaking. That's a specific type of unit within the Cadians that have, like, helmets and stuff. Or the specific, like, that kind of helmet. I just can't remember. I don't think it's the Elysium drop troops. It's something else. Hey, Nathan. What's up, dude? I had issues only with my controller disconnecting and capturing the game via OBS. I have fixes for both, by the way. Right now, unless... The only problem... The problem I'm currently having... can't you just skip the cutscene? I tried that. Like, I tried holding down X. I tried holding down space. I tried holding down Enter. The normal skip buttons. Problem is, I don't want to click on it, because if the client, the game client, is actually doing something in the background and is trying to load something, your computer will take you clicking, especially if you're on Windows, as you know, trying to like interrupt that process, and will ask you if you want to close the application. I can try turning off Steam overlays, but not while I'm in game. Casterkin, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Shadow Point, thank you. Yeah, Casterkins. Or Carsicans. Casterkins? Yeah. It's never happened to me. Well, I'm glad it didn't happen to you. It's happening to me. It could be because I'm also streaming it. That might be what's happening. Sorry for the delay, folks. I'm trying to let it load. Because it does say loading resources in the corner. If you guys can see that. So I don't know if it is actually in the background loading something that I can't see. Anyway, how you doing, guys? Sorry for this weird delay. Other streamers have had the same issues. Yeah, so my guess then is that it is like OBS or something running in the background. Hopefully we can kick back later and smash out some games. I've still got to complete the campaign, but wouldn't mind us 3 hopping on killing nids. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, for the campaign, my first run I'm doing solo. Oh. Hello. Okay, we're out of the frozen screen now. Loading game logic? What? Okay. Come on, baby. There we go. Woo! I was worried. Okay. And since I didn't get to fucking watch that cinematic, I'm looking it up now. Thank you, game, for smoothing out, but I want to watch my goddamn cinematic. I've been robbed. Okay, I'm looking this shit up right now. Sorry to interrupt the gameplay, folks. By the way, leave a like if you're enjoying the loading screens, I guess. But I need to see what the hell that cinematic was I just missed out on. Space Marine 2 opening cutscene. Okay, there's the 4K one. On pause. Okay, let me pull that up. Okay. Do this. All right, so it's time to see what the hell we missed. Yeah, we'll go full screen. We'll go full screen. Why not? Oh. All right, let's see what the hell we just missed. Let me turn it down as well. I know it's really loud. Masokins coming in, watching the fall. That would be freaky, by the way. Imagine being a guardsman and you're watching death come. It's like, oh yay, we're going to die.
But die for the Emperor we shall.
Machine terminal. Beginning cryptic message. By authority of Archimagos Nozick. Something 12. Planet Kadaku. Presidious system is under attack. I love how the tech level they went with here. It matches the first game and also traditionally what it's supposed to look like. Hey, Yue Kagane, welcome. Project Aurora present. Melee plus shield. Fittingly enough, a bulwark. No space invaders. Yeah, it's Ayo. Funny enough, a bulwark is a type of Helsing in my my own sci-fi grimdark setting I'm working on in the background. I recently sent out to a bunch of test readers the first 60 pages of the first novel, so I'm hoping to hear back from them soon. Okay. Oh, I missed that old helmet design. Oh.
Approaching Kadaku. Prepare for atmospheric entry.
Firstborns. Inquisitorial seal with
Approaching drop zone.
Is that a space wolf? I saw the yellow, and I saw the axe. That's fitting. Oh, that's good.
Yes. Come, Cetus. Die by bolter, axe, and chainsaw.
Oh, that was cool. Wait, this is clearly not in-game graphics, though. There's no way the game graphics look like that. So why did that render chug so badly? Like, if it were in-game like, models and stuff, I can see why, but if this is clearly a pre-rendered... Oh, shit. Pummel that bitch! Fuck you! Boom. So they went all in the cutscene? Yeah, this right here is clearly in-game graphics, right here. The shit we just saw, though, that was all in-game. Sorry, that was all pre-rendered cinematic. Like, they went all out for that. So why? I don't know why in the hell that rendered so badly. It should have been as simple as rendering, hey, MP4 file, present on screen. That's it. It should have been more or less a video player at that point. So I have no idea why the game chugged for that. It had to have been chugging for a different reason. Okay, but anyway, that was the scene we just missed, because it was, for some reason, struggling as badly as it was. Alright, let's close that out. Alright, back to the game. Alright. Okay.
Team leader to squad. Box check. Repeat.
Oh, I love the aesthetic. That's so beautiful.
Fox contact.
And this is clearly Firstborn Marine, so it's even better.
We have crashed. It's from your position.
I believe this is Titus, too,
Do you
because
have the virus bomb?
I know the voice actor changed. I miss Mark Strong, but I believe they got the guy who played Rollo. And Nox T, welcome to stream. Wizard level cinematics, in my opinion. Oh yeah, that was pretty on par. Thing is, a lot of studios have gotten on par with Blizzard, though, like, over the years. Blizzard used to be, like, the standard and really, like, set a tone, and then a lot of other studios are like, alright, we're gonna do that, too. Whoa, that's that's Saber's engine in full display right there. That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Contact since the crash.
I'm here, damn it.
Ghostrust, you have command.
Oofa.
What are your orders? We proceed as planned. Launch the virus bomb into the stratosphere. Detonate it. And watch the Tyranids die.
I love this plan.
A sight I will greatly enjoy.
Yes!
Transmitter must be broken.
He is a true member of the Vilka Fenrika.
Homagans. The area will be crawling with them.
And they'll be backed up by Termagants, typically. Termagants are the melee variant, Termagants are the... Yeah! Oh, the melee. There we go. Termagants are the ones that shoot at you. Okay. Ooh, hello. Armor. Damage depletes armor. Armor regenerates after a small delay. Recently lost health can be restored by dealing damage. Okay, so they're promoting an aggressive type. I like that. Promoting aggressive gameplay. Alright. I do like how like powerful the blows feel. And I also like the smooth. I do like that they didn't make it too quick. Because even for a Space Marine, like they would be prioritizing power in their hits most of the time rather than speed. Although that also depends on the chapter and the type of weapon. If you're using a power sword, ideally speed is actually a factor you'd like to be, because you should be able to slice everything through butter. With a chainsword, you want to combine impact and also holding it there. So wham, get it dug in, and hold. That way you can slice right through. So that's cool. Knights, IX. So Knights 9? Knights 9, welcome. Oh, that sword is the same one from the first game. Well, it's a chainsword. I don't know if it's the same design though. I'd have to look at the first game's design, but it's a chainsword. I choose normal difficulty. All right, yeah, already.
Alpha, where's that damn virus bomb?
Alright, chainsword combinations. Heavy attacks. Okay, so you can do fast and heavy. The finish chainsword combo with a heavy attack. The longer the combo, the more powerful the heavy attack. Makes sense. Use heavy attacks against large groups of enemies. Nice. Okay.
Any word from Brother Darius or the commander? Nothing. It is left to us to share the
Monsters!
us.
Hold on, brothers.
Die, beast.
Alright, space is a dodge button. Which feels weird that Space Marine. I'm happy it's not a dodge roll, though. In the first game, that was always something that made me laugh, is like, something this big and heavy is dodge rolling. Dodging, yes. Well, actually, am I remembering correctly? Was it a dodge roll in the first game, or was it like a strafe? I remember it being a dodge roll. Oh, press C to parry. I'm going to change that. C is not a comfortable parry button. Hold on, let me change that. Like, immediately. Before I even try and get used to it like that. Controls. Okay. Weapons. C. That is going to mouse button 4. Absolutely. That'll be far more comfortable. Alright, so common attacks with blue indicator. Okay, boom.
Die, Xenos!
Spores.
Okay, hit dodge 1 and you strafe, hit it twice and you can roll. Oh, okay. It's, again, it's always so weird to me that a Space Marine's dodge rolling. It's not impossible, like they absolutely can do it, but like something that big and heavy, strafing makes more sense. Okay. Come, beasts.
Now they send larger meat to stop me.
It's a knight. Press space to dodge. Oh, sorry. Tyranid warrior, actually. I think that's what they're called. It's the forearm bastards. Attacks marked with red indicator. These attacks cannot be parried. Okay, so red indicator cannot be parried. Blue indicator, parry. Okay, an enemy, press X lock on it. I can leave it that at X. Ow. I pressed the button.
Die!
Oh, that's good gore. I like that. Yes, that's beautiful.
Time for Dark Souls dodge roll.
No, no, no. Mostly gonna be doing strafing. Nah, dodge rolls are necessary. Dodge rolls aren't necessary though. I love the dodge roll, though, man. Like, I don't. It's not that I dislike it. Again, it's not even like a lore-tism. It's just that, practically speaking, a Space Marine would not really dodge roll. It's again, you're really big and fucking hefty. When you and yes, they don't get me wrong. Space Marines move at blinding speeds according to the lore. They like for something that big, they should not be able to move as fast as they do. That's absolutely true. But even with that, they're still not known for agile or dexterous, but not agile styles of fighting. They're still a big hulk of muscle and mass. They rely on, if they do dodge, it's strafing or like a jump. They can jump really far. Why dodge roll when you can literally leap like Hulk away from an issue? So it's just a slight tism, I guess I have, but again, it's not even really down to they can't or they don't. It's not something that they would do. Yeah, I'm stuck at reactor on veteran. I don't know where that is, so I'll get that in mind. New term learned, loretism. Yeah, I have those. I have quite a few of them. It comes from like doing so much reading and so much of like the codexes and stuff. Like after you delve into it enough to the point where you make like a lot like lore videos and you're doing that kind of stuff. I know I haven't made that many long form lore videos, but I've made plenty of short form, and I've done plenty of research dives. So for me, there's like these little things that just, for the average person, not even going to think about it. Even if you are a Warhammer fan, you're just not going to think about it. Me, I will think about it, and it bothers me. Alright, so finishers.
Alpha, you must reach that bomb.
Okay, health doesn't regen if you've lost it.
Even if
Good
I
to
have
know.
to chew my way through.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fun little lore tidbit, by the way, for those who don't know. The chain around the arm to the melee weapon, that's a tradition that was started by the World Eaters back during the Great Crusade era. The Black Templars picked it up, and so did the Death Watch. The Black Templars picked it up from Sigismund, who trained regularly with the likes of Karn the Betrayer, before the Betrayer part of his title was earned. So, for anyone wondering, that's actually in a tradition that was adopted by the World Eaters before they went traitor. And the Black Templars, if you so much as suggested that that was the case, even though it's the truth, they would kill you.
I will repay them tenfold.
Oh, I walked right by him.
Sorry, brother. I did not consider your death
This altar
important.
will roar in your name, Darius. I swear on it. Come, vermin.
Alright, got Termies up. Boom. Alright, that's pretty intuitive.
I
Good.
should be picking these rotten seals out of my fangs for weeks.
Good to know you're trying to eat them.
Situation here at the launcher is becoming severe.
Space Wolves.
Have you secured the virus bomb? No. For every gaunt I smash, 10 more come raining down. If we fail to launch that bomb, there will be nothing to stop the Tyranids. I am almost at the crash site. Just make sure the launcher is still standing when I get there.
That's so satisfying.
Okay, come here, you filthy monster.
Gun strike. Weaken the enemy. Hold to knock back small enemies and mark them for a gun strike. Okay. Press gun strike on a marked enemy. Okay. Note to self. Test that. Oh! Gotcha! Okay, it's its own form of an execution at that point. Nope. Fuck you. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun to play with Nathan and Nico and Dragonis and everybody who wants to play. Like, this is gonna be so much fun. It's only 3-person co-op for like missions and stuff, right? It'd be so cool if you could do like a 6-player co-op. I guess that would be the PvP though, wouldn't it?
All right, come, proud creatures.
You only execute small enemies, warriors and above, it just damages them. Gotcha. Okay. Still, the damage will be valuable. Move. Move. There we go.
We are running out of time.
Kill team, I am at the crash site.
Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, huge props to Saber, though. They did such a good job. Like, off the bat, they're doing such a good job. Outside that rendering issue with that cinematic, it's been smooth so far. Stream-wise, you guys have got it smooth, roughly, right? There hasn't been any hiccups. Fuck you. Thank you. Boom. I can shoot too, you little bitch.
Baron, my brother, you have honored the Imperium with your devotion.
He was a Templar too. No! My brother! Why did you fall? Although they were right to trust the Black Templar with the big virus bomb. Like, alright, who out of our team do we trust with this? How about the religious psychopath? If necessary, he will suicide bomb that shit.
Hellstress, if you can
Alright, fair enough. You're up.
Headed to the orbital launcher.
Rest in peace, my brother.
Is that as hard as you
Rest
guys
well
see
with the
us?
Emperor.
Come on!
In a way, you could... No! Brother!
I will avenge you. Fuck you. Creature.
Representation. Oh, hello, beast. Oh, shoot. That was not dodgeable. Yes! Needed the face.
Tyranids and breaks the perimeter. Over. Anyone? Is the bomb en route?
Orphar's dead, brother. Fuck you, you little bitch.
Hellstress, are you with me? I have the bomb.
Alright, we're moving up. Ready.
have served your Emperor well, brother.
Of all ways to die, though. Of all... A Ripper Swarm? Okay. Okay, granted, we don't actually know if that's how he died. Oh, he's a Blood Angel. Wait, no. Shoot, no, the wings. That's, No, that's not... But wait, it's a pure red Pauldron, though. So that is Blood Angel. Why was I doubting myself for a second? So that's Blood Angel. It would be... Now, for a second there, I thought it was, the Blood Ravens. But no, that's... yeah, that's Blood Angel. Yeah, I doubted for a second, but we're good.
To any Imperial unit that recovers this log.
Yeah,
My kill team
yeah, they're
crash
different.
landed off course.
Plus, it would be if it were
My
Ravens,
brothers are all dead.
they would have had the
Slain by
tan
Tyranids.
Pauldron color, not
I
red.
have the virus bomb. Moving to the orbital launcher.
It
We'll
is.
fire into stratosphere where it will disperse over Tyranid positions.
Yeah. It is very appropriate though that the captain of this team was a Blood Angel though. Like, if you want someone to lead and lead well, with distinction, Blood Angels are up there, man. Like, they have the melee tactical prowess of, well, especially if they hit the rage, they'd be even more vicious in battle than a freaking Space Wolf. And their honor and respect, as well as their behavior, typically, they are pretty ideal leaders in battle. And reload. There we go. Alright, come, fell beasts. That's what I thought. Fuck you, foul creature. Taste my weapon in your hide.
Continue long.
Xenos blood in the
Virus is our
morning.
one chance
Mwah!
to delay the Tyranid invasion. The
Okay.
virus will spread through their forces. They will adapt, but it will slow them down. The virus must be launched into the stratosphere. Nothing else matters.
True. Oh, hello. Come here. Goodbye. Come here. Goodbye. Oh, wait. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I gotta call that out. I just barely noticed it, but did you guys notice that little green light and several of them died? Now, that could be the AoE damage when you kill a big foe, but lore-wise, assuming that warrior I just killed was their synaptic leader of that squad in particular, because that's how Tyranids work. They have a hive mind. So when you kill though, like the little synaptic controller of a given like combat group, sometimes it could be as big as a brood warrior. No, hive tyrant. Why it could be as that was synaptic feedback damage, and they simulated it with that little green light. So that was amazing. That is some attention to lore detail that you need to respect. That is pure respect right there. I tip my hat to Saber Interactive and to the writers, because that is attention to detail we need in Warhammer 40k games. I really liked that. Like when you killed the leader of this given combat group, the synaptic feedback of their node, effectively their synaptic node, was destroyed, causing that damage. Now, in normal like 40k like lore, that doesn't necessarily kill a given swarm or a given group of Tyranids. It just makes them go berserk because they have no control point. They have nothing to like issue commands through the hive, so they just go nuts and they attack anything at random, and they just go by pure instinct. But it will kill a few. The feedback will be enough to kill a few. It's just like they lose all kind of, cohesion normally in large combat groups. So that's still incredibly lore accurate though. So props, like heavy props to Saber for that. That is no small thing.
Operator shift change overdue. Your tardiness has been flagged for invigilation.
Open the gates.
Shift chronometer reset. You're registered as on duty. Carry out the Omnissiah's work according to the divine synchronicity.
Okay, for a second there, was that just like the computer voice? Like the... Because it's not AI, obviously. That's not how that works normally. But was that the servitor that's processing everything in this place? Or was that a tech preset somewhere who's just communicating over the Vox network? Okay, this is very reminiscent of the first game. Remember the first game where we had to load that big fuck-off turret?
Payload.
No, nobody is alive? Oh, okay. So it must be a servitor then. Spirit. Yeah, but usually those are processed through a servitor or something processing the network.
Further benedictions required.
Transmitting override authorization.
Because saying machine spirit, technicality, is just like a computer you speak with over. That's technically a form of AI, and that's heresy. Then again, it is a mechanicum now that I think about it. So that's a level of heresy that's normally ignored. To be fair. Granted, it's not like a complex or true AI, but it's a little close.
Machine spirit, where is the command console?
On the observation platform above. The Magos on duty does not respond.
Summon the lift.
That was fun. Alright, come here. No, you don't. Fuck you. They give you plenty of warning with those parries. I'm assuming that's like the big thing between difficulties is that parry warning gets shorter and shorter. Okay, we're going to need that ammo after all. Move. We have to launch the virus bomb. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'll hold off on that.
Machine spirit, what is the status of the orbital launcher?
Hibernation. Console inactive for 22 hours. This impiety to the Omnissiah has been logged.
Activate launch systems.
The rite of initialization must be performed. Seek an authorized Magos at the command console. The command console is posted at the edge of the observation platform. A Magos will attend to you shortly.
Doubtful.
I was about to say. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty. That is so pretty. Alright, here we go.
Mutations complete. Awakening systems from hibernation. Rite of capacitors initialized. Personnel may begin.
That's cool.
charging.
Oh, God.
Throne, can you not hasten the damn process?
Seismic disruptions have occurred. Launch trajectory may have been altered.
Here they come. Come, foul creatures. Die. Oh, World War Z all over again.
Organic presence detected on the railway. All personnel ready for launch. Launch preparations complete. Standing by. Neighbors.
Come here, fellow creatures. Fuck you. Die. Fuck you. Alright, good. Synaptic break. Fuck. And die. Come here. Oh, I thought I had to press it in time. Okay. Yeah, too many words for just survive. True. That you say that, yeah. The mission objectives in the first game were pretty short, like short-winded and efficient. Like mission kill, mission survive. Yeah, baby. I'm pretty sure this is Titus. Unless he's about to die, then... Yeah, there he is. There's a handsome boy. I miss Mark Strong so much. No offense to the actor who's doing the voice now, the guy who played Rolo and stuff. It's not the same. That's like one thing that's definitely...
I will take you all with me.
That is the right attitude, brother. I'm shaking my mouse as I click it.
I will not rest until you lie dead at my feet.
Fuck you.
Even if I am slain, I will leave you with wounds by which you will remember me.
Now say something ominous. I don't know. Ah, fuck off. Crap.
We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
I keep... Fuck. Oh, I just noticed that when he removed the helmet, the rest of my HUD disappeared. That's a cool detail. Oh, shit. Come, daddy. Oh, shit. Can't forget, they're a swarm. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was scripted. I think I must go play that. The Souls-like aspect was disappointing to me. Play what? Oh, okay. I'm assuming there's more Marines? Oh. What game? In my opinion, better than this game. You never played Space Marine 1? Really? Space Marine 1 was really, really good. Like, yeah, Psycho Dad, what's up? Emperor protects. Emperor protects. Welcome, brother. But, yeah, the first Space Marine game, there's a reason people have been craving a sequel for, like, what, 13, 14 years? Like, it's a beloved game, and it got many people into 40K. Like, some of the video games really, like, hyped up the game, like, 40K, and, like, introduced a lot of people to the setting, so. Like, Dawn of War being a huge one, Space Marine, the first Space Marine being the other big one I can think of. The rest of the games in the franchises that have come out over the years, not very many of them have had the same level of, like, oomph that those two had. This one's already doing really, really good, so this might be another of the game. Another of the big games that really get people into 40K. But, yeah, most of the video games for 40K, unfortunately, weren't so great. There's a ton of them, but there's been a lot of duds over the years. So far, this one is pretty good. Outside of, like, that cinematic glitch earlier, and the frame rate's a little rough. I'm going to see if I can play with the settings. The frame rate never dropped below, I want to say, 20, 25 throughout all that. But during, like, the big combat sections, I saw some stutters, so. I'm going to see. The motion blur is off, so we're good on that front. So maybe turn off the camera shake would be my guess. Road Trader has helped a little bit. Not anywhere near the same degree. Dawn of War hit the market really well with the RTS and really introduced a ton of people to 40K. Space Marine, same deal. Really hit the market, really introduced a lot of normies to 40K. Rogue Trader, honestly, the vast majority of people that were even interested in Rogue Trader, the video game, were already fans of 40K. Or at least aware of it. As an introduction, I don't think it was that notable. Unfortunately. Oh, Chaplain.
Praise the Emperor. The wound was fatal. You survived only through the Rubicon surgery.
Yeah.
We remade you. You are a Primaris now.
No, now he's cringe.
Why?
Fuck.
Lord Calgar issued the command himself.
Is he here?
Gone. Summoned by the Primarch.
I must get back to the Watch Fortress.
Oh, great. There's an
You have
audio
been
delay.
reassigned.
My place is with the Death Watch.
The Inquisition can find no stain on you, Titus, accused of heresy. You have served penance in the Death Watch for almost a century, and not once have you faltered. But you will never know redemption until you have faced the judgment of your brothers. Prove yourself to us and know true absolution.
Okay, but he doesn't need to prove shit to y'all. Okay?
What is your life?
My honor is my life.
Like, the only...
What is your
like,
fate?
fuck that notion, I'm sorry.
My duty.
You
is
need to
my
prove
fate.
yourself to your brother. He did. 1,000 times over. In the first game, he was a credit to your
My
shitty
fear
chapter.
is to fail.
He literally did nothing wrong. Except in the eyes of the fucking Codex. And fuck that space book.
What
I
is
tell you
your
this, the
reward?
Black Templar and that squad of ours
Myself
that Titus was shown to be in.
is my reward.
And yeah, I know he's doing the Space Marine vows. And really cool, like the lore to bit, but
Is your craft?
My craft.
again, like the only person that
What is
didn't
your
approve
pledge?
of
My pledge is eternal service.
what was Leandros. Everybody else was like, yeah, you did good, man, you defeated chaos. Leandros, I told on you. What? I think you're bad.
The Rubicon surgery has remade you as a Primaris Marine. You are now stronger, faster, and more resilient. You will take your place as an Ultramarine once more. Your
Talk
brothers
about
will
such a
know that
bad
you
deal,
served
right?
in the
You've been
Death
made a
Watch,
Primaris and you're an
but your
Ultramarine again.
dishonorable status
Fuck,
as
is
a
there any
Black
good
Knight
news?
has been redacted from the archives. Should it be discovered, there would be questions. Lord Calgar has offered you a second chance. Do not taint it.
Okay, first of all, his name's not actually Calgar, it's Tacticus. He stole Calgar from his training buddy. For those who don't know what I'm referencing, there's a comic book out there that showcased Calgar's backstory, and it's such shit. Like, it's one of the few times ever I have felt bad for Ultramarine fans. Oh, look.
Lieutenant,
It's the bitch squad.
we have work to do. Gather the rest of the squad on the flight deck. Yes, brother.
Alright. Tech Marine. I really like what they've done. This looks really good. Alright, so real quick, I want to check some settings. Camera? Sensitivity, I think is kind of good. Camera shake. Turn it off completely, see if that helps with like some of those really intense moments during combat. Controls, video. Resolution FPS. Let's limit it to 60. Because I don't really need it above that anyway. Let's see if that does any kind of tricks. Because right now it's pretty smooth. It's during combat we'll see if any of that helped. I was in the first second happy to not have to play with Ultras, and then they steal you from Death Watch. I know. And they also... You start the game off so badass, because you're still a Firstborn Marine, and you're in the Death Watch. Two real high points. And then after the intro, they're like, you all been welcomed back to the Ultramarines. Oh no. And now you're a Primaris. Oh no. Is there any good news? You have to prove yourself to your brothers, even though you did nothing wrong. Fucking hell. Is there... So there's no good news. Okay, they got demoted twice over. Yeah, I know, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, that to me is just funny. I feel so bad for Captain Titus, but it's funny. I'm sorry. It's like, you do nothing wrong, and you get demoted, you get fucking turned into a Primaris Marine, you get return to the Ultras, even though it's probably the worst place to be. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the campaign. Once you're a black shield, you cannot go back. Yeah, and I will say this, as a lore nut, for those wondering, like, my thoughts on whether this is whether this is a scenario that could happen in 40k lore, where a Death Watch Marine, which is for life, it is a vow, and you are permanently attached to the Inquisition, that is till you die. Is it possible to be released from that just because you died, technically, but then you were brought back via the Rubicon surgery? In the lore, as far as I am aware, there is nothing that contradicts that. Death Watch is for life, and normally near-death experiences... Because technically speaking, this is... If I were an Inquisitor, for example, and I was part of the Ordo Xenos, and I heard about this, I'd be pissed. Like, granted, this is the Space Marines. They often don't give a fuck about the Inquisition, even though they're technically above them. But if you are a part of the Ordo Xenos, this would be a big deal. This wouldn't be minor. Like, he's like, yeah, and if Calgar's argument to the Inquisition is, but he did die, and according to the Death Watch vows, you serve till you die. He did die. It's like, okay, no, but he came back, so he didn't actually die. Die in 40k is far more specific with its definition most of the time, because there's lots of scenarios where people... Dreadnoughts, for example. Even, like, you full die and then become a Dreadnought. Like, your body's ripped to shreds. You are so, like... So, even that, I don't think would release you. Because there are Dreadnoughts for the Death Watch. Like, clearly that guy died and then was, you know, like, made into a Dreadnought and still kept within the Death Watch. So it is, even by, like, that technicality doesn't really work in 40k lore. So I'm not saying this couldn't happen, and it could, but it would be a major issue with the Inquisition. Like, they would not take this lying down. It's like, you just took a Death Watch Marine who is promised to us and vowed to us his loyalty and allegiance forever, effectively. Yeah, even in death, I still serve. Yeah, they literally, like, that's part of the quotes as well. And granted, that is, you know, Space Marine vows in general to the Emperor, but it would apply here. So Death Watch, if they heard, and if the Inquisition heard that a Death Watch agent was saved by the Ultramarines, and then by order of Calgar, a chapter master, that he be reintegrated into his Ultramarine chapter, that would be a major political issue. And it could even lead to Calgar losing his place. The only scenario I see this, like, being ignored or smoothed over is if Gilliman stepped in. And granted, that would likely happen. If Calgar asked Gilliman to give them essentially a pardon for this breach of vows and oaths, technically as a Primarch, he could pressure the Inquisition, even though they are still above... I wouldn't say they're... No, they are. In many ways, they're above even Primarchs. It's a Primarch coming to you and saying, walk away. I back this. Walk away. At that point, I could see the Inquisition backing down. It's like, okay, they have a Primarch who's arguing for this. Do we really want to risk this big of a thing for one Death Watch member? Probably not. But at the same time, even Gilliman, it doesn't make sense for him to get into that kind of political tussle over one Marine. Like, yeah, he's a legendary Captain Titus, but one Marine. No. I think this would be too much of a small fry situation for Gilliman to get involved. So, quite frankly, it would be just Calgar at the highest order to be able to push for this, and the Inquisition would fight Calgar. And they would go ham about it. This is a big fucking deal up to that level. So, if the lore is operating on, like, in normal circumstances, would this scenario happen? I can't say it wouldn't happen, but it wouldn't happen as smoothly as I like. And I'm actually eager to see if in the plot they address the Inquisition's opinions about this. Like, it doesn't matter. He is Black Shield. He forswore all oaths except the Death Watch. Again, I'm not disagreeing with you, Caboose, and it does matter. I will disagree with. It does matter. The Inquisition is, keep in mind, it is the Inquisition. There is politics behind these things. It isn't just as simple as oath kept. It should be as simple as that. And most Space Marines would keep that vow because oaths are very important to Space Marines. So the fact that Titus is putting on the armor of an Ultramarine and accepting this change in scenario, that in and of itself is not right. Like, he should fight way harder to stay in the Death Watch because they're essentially telling him, hey, yeah, all those oaths you swore, you breaking them now. Why? The Inquisition is neck deep in political spheres. Yeah, and this is one of them. Like, this is not something they would... This is not something they'd take lying down at all. Like, the only scenario the Inquisition would not fight over this is if Gilliman himself directly spoke with them. Actually, cool to watch a lore guy play this instead of average gamer. I'm learning things. You're welcome. But yeah, like the Death Watch, this is a vow of life, and it doesn't end when you die. Like, that is, as Tang pointed out earlier, that is a saying amongst the Space Marines. Granted, it's usually in reference to the Emperor. Like, even in death, you still serve. But there are here's the thing. If death freed you from the Death Watch, then there would be no dreadnoughts in the Death Watch. They would go back to their home chapters. There are dreadnoughts in the Death Watch. There are dreadnoughts in the Death Watch that were Death Watch when they died, and then were brought back as dreadnoughts. So this is very clearly an attempt to try and exercise a loophole in the lore, and I respect Saber Interactive's writing team for trying, because like there is a clear attempt here to still stay in the confines of the lore, because they clearly recognize that, hey, Death Watch is for life, but they're trying to be like, oh, but he did die. He just got revived by the crossing of the Rubicon. That's the Death Watch and the Inquisition would see that as no different than becoming a dreadnought. Like a Marine turning into a Primaris, it would be seen as the same thing, and they would just be like, okay, but he's Primaris now. He's still Death Watch. He's not freed until we can't pump him back to life. Like, when he's dead, then he's free from the Death Watch. A Desk Watch. I know that was a typo, Caboose, but still. Is only for a short time. Being a Black Shield is until you're dead. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's fair. But yeah, but regardless, he is a Black Shield. That is true. I should point that out as a lore point. You can become a Death Watch member and be temporary, technically. Kinda suck being a desk. New meme. Desk Watch. This is now a thing. We are doing this.
Brother, you have been called for a new duty. An honorable one. Oh, where am I being sent, Brother Agrius? You are being sent to the Desk Watch. The Death Watch? And I am honored. I will represent our... No. The Desk Watch. And what am I doing? You'll be watching the cubicles. You'll be watching the cubicles. Making sure...
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, that's the thing. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're doing that. That's an ongoing joke. I will bring that up again. Oh. That was funny. Brother, I am pinned. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I love this. Oh, sorry. Let's keep going. Fuck. I regret the TPS reports. Oh God, I need that. So I'm gonna hire Pierce to do an artwork of that, or somebody, maybe Tehe. That's so funny. Oh fuck.
My lord. Lieutenant Titus reporting for duty.
Ooh, I'm lightheaded. That was funny. Hey Kaiju.
Have Sergeant Gadriel report to the bridge.
I'm sorry you had a bad night at work, man.
How are your wounds?
Okay, I respect that guy's beard.
Good enough.
I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions, suspicions. I cannot afford discord among the men. Not now.
Okay, they're kind of a...
You're a lieutenant now. Will that be a problem?
No, Captain.
Very well. We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets. Avarax, a hive world, and Kadaku, which you already know. We're abandoning the latter. It's mostly Adeptus Mechanicus research facilities. We're evacuating critical assets and personnel. These defense guns are keeping the skies clear for our ships. The Tyranids have taken note.
Oh, Kentucky.
Get down there.
Well, these, I thought it was Clandather earlier. Which I think is what they're trying to reference with the name world.
Sergeant, this is Lieutenant Titus. He'll be taking over command of your squad.
Sir,
I expect you on the ground within 30 minutes. Dismissed.
Damn. I do like the
Lieutenant,
captain.
forgive my hesitation. I am merely surprised by this development. As am I.
Alright, this must be the other member. Charon.
Sergeant Gadriel, the Absolver is ready to depart.
Brother Chiron, this is Lieutenant Titus. He will be leading our squad.
Is that so? Well, I shall be glad to have a commander of such experience.
Is the rest of the squad ready?
Already assembled on the flight deck.
Charon is Asmogan and Lord Metalman welded together in an Ultramarine? That sounds cursed. But fair. My beard is more glorious, though. To be fair, Captain Caboose, Caboose, that part can be explained by the fact that, as far as I'm aware, the Space Marine 1 was confirmed to not be canon to 40k. It's in a slightly alternate universe. And when I say slightly, I mean it's basically the whole 40k universe, but just like a couple of characters are mixed around. So we already had that with the first game. So with Titus being the captain, so Kato's not being here as well still makes sense. I won't jip them on the lore front for that, because that's already been a thing. That doesn't mean I'm gonna let them get away with everything, but that certain characters not being in certain positions or ranks, I'll let it slide.
Only these past 2 days.
Then there is much to learn. I look forward to it.
Okay, so they're rookies.
What do you think you're doing?
Stand aside.
Those warheads are not properly secured. Do you know what will happen if one comes loose?
Hey, Matty Dwell. Kato, this at point, or you mean Kato at this point will be work for Gilliman?
Half-brain of yours.
Has he? I don't know about that lore development. Did he get switched to... I wasn't aware of that. Is he no longer a captain?
Brothers, we are joined by Lieutenant Titus.
Welcome, brother. We are yours to command.
We leave immediately.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Assemble. Right. I will die in this disc. I will die in Papergiddon. Oh god. The toilet bowl. Oh, this looks familiar. Are we back in Darktide? Yeah, one thing I will say is I will be happy to finish the campaign and not have to wear ultramarine armor anymore. XCOM. Oh yeah, true. XCOM also did this. The squad in the pod, but it's also in Dark Tide. And it works. I wouldn't say they're necessarily stealing it either. It's more of a like a shout out to the homies kind of thing. It's like, yo, Dark Tide crew, we at Saber, we see you, bro. Like, we see you. Got switched to captain of Victor's honor guard. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that change. Okay, so no, they might be trying to make it recanonizing it. Not made new model for Kato yet. It's GW. It'll be a while. They're too busy ruining 10th edition. To be honest. Oh god. Hey Hammer Thor, how you doing? Ultra Smurfs are lame. What chapter would you use? Black Templars. Favorite chapter. If not Black Templars, Imperial Fists. If not Imperial Fists. Blood Angels, if not Blood Angels. Salamanders, if not Salamanders. Space Wolves. Probably would be next on the list, and after Space Wolves. Probably Carcharodons after that. True. Too busy with running Warhammer in general. Yeah. Ah, what? Okay,
Sir,
this has happened twice.
You served in the Death Watch. Yes. That must have been a great honor.
Hold on, can I pause it a minute?
It's a privilege to serve with you.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Approaching drop zone.
I guess because of the render.
Let's go.
It renders. No.
You see those service studs? Our lieutenant is over 200 years old. He couldn't have been born a Primaris. You're right. And now he has your command.
Okay, I see why he had an issue with it then. That would suck though, right? Like someone just gets brought in and he takes over your job.
On your feet, soldier! Move to defend our west flank! And get those heavy bolters resupplied!
Alright. We have a female was that a lieutenant? Oh, we'll see in a second.
My lord! Major Sarkana!
Major,
8th
okay.
Cadian Regiment.
Major, give me an update.
The wretched beasts have taken the orbital guns. They pushed us back to this encampment.
I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna like her as much as I did Lieutenant Mira. Could throw that out right now. Can already tell.
Secure the encampment.
Yes, brother.
Major, we must reach the defense guns.
Yes, my lord. Follow me.
You gonna have a stud? I don't think so. I think that's just part of his implant.
The situation here has deteriorated. Those foul gargoyles pollute the skies.
The Tyranids have the orbital guns.
They do. These unrelenting attacks make a counteroffensive difficult.
We shall take care of that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Overlapping lasgun fire.
Major, we've got more incoming from the east.
Move to reinforce the eastern flank. You, go with him.
We will assist in the defense.
Very good, my
Oh,
lord.
love that mustache. I do like how they're handling this so far. This is really good. Alright, AB Astra Militarum.
We will see about that.
I hope you're keeping score, brother.
Oh, I am.
Can we pick on a gun? Or? Not sure where we're supposed to be firing. Or maybe I was supposed to follow one of them? Oh, I think... Oh, okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. I thought we were supposed to be joining the fire line.
For the glory of Ultramar!
Fuck you, bitch.
My lord, intelligence reports multiple swarms closing in.
Direct us to them.
Sending coordinates to your Auspex display.
Move.
My lord, we are preparing an airstrike. Can you hold the enemy in place until it hits?
Consider it done.
Alright.
Keep on your feet! Be ready to move!
Leave not one of them standing.
Ooh, hello. Come to Baba.
They never learn.
Oh, hello. Guardsman, no! No, Guardsman! Don't run into the fray! Yeah, the frame rate's still having some issues. Let me see if there's a decent difference. Shred you, bitch!
They just keep coming.
Alright, hold on. My frame rate is tanking with a big crowns. So we limited to 60. Hey, Karn, how you doing, you beautiful gentleman? Effects. Hold on, let me try. Kind of want to leave on high, but at the same time. That's off. Hopefully, let's see if that helps as well, because my monitors are at 144 hertz. There we go. Come on, you filthy Xenos. The Emperor demands your death.
You wretched creatures.
Beautiful.
I'll observe this location. A direct hit, Major.
The 8th never miss.
Okay, I respect that.
Everyone at this base owes you their life, my lords.
The Emperor protects.
We must proceed through the jungle to reach the orbital defense guns. Brother Lirio, assist the Cadians while they establish new defensive lines, then report
Workers
back.
facility? Well, hopefully I boosted it. Performance is the problem, but I'm a notoriously bad card. You're on the 4060 Ti.
The orbital
Okay.
guns
I'm
are
on a
the other side
2080
of the
Super.
swamp.
Be alert.
Yeah, the performance
The Tyrannies will be
is pretty
lying in
smooth. Yes, thank you. Chainsaw. Good.
This must be where the swarm originated.
These abhorrent husks are everywhere.
Living organic machines.
Indeed. Their ships, these pods, all of it.
Their very existence is heresy. We shall thin their numbers today, brother.
Over here, brothers.
Okay. Moving way through, moving way through. Yeah, for me, it's when we get into like the big carnage fights that the frame rate starts to drop. It hasn't dropped below like I want to say 20 frames a second, but that's still way too low for where it should be. Oh, sorry. Get off me. Unhatch me. Yeah, it's in these like big swarms that there's a slight dip in the frame rate. And when there's even more shit going in the background, it completely tanks. But is that a... Oh, come on. Damn it.
Right, thanks for the assistance. Recovering. Munitions secured. Changing magazine.
Fuck you!
Vomiting stuff.
I think it's a networking issue though, not CPU or GPU. Solo is just badly implemented. It's just badly implemented private server. Wait, so is it better or worse when you're playing with other people?
I expect better of the Cadians. Losing the orbital guns was costly. They paid for it dearly. But the enemy numbers are not insignificant. The Cadian 8th will have to do better. You're familiar with this foe, brother?
I am.
How do the Tyranids compare to other Xenos?
They are an unrelenting plague. But they are cunning.
I mean, in many ways,
Influence of their hive
they're worse than the orcs.
The spores detonate.
At least the orcs are dumb.
Then let us take the advantage and destroy them. Lieutenant. Which company did you serve with before this one?
I served the Emperor elsewhere.
The Death Watch?
Yes.
I hope I too will share that honor one day.
Okay, moving up. Hey, this out of the deck. How you finding it, Asmo? Pretty good so far. Couple of lore issues, but kind of minor ones at this point. Oh, here we go.
Eliminate
Yeah, the only other issue with Vivek is there's a little bit of a performance issue in regards to the frame rate. Once you get into like the big heavy swarms, the frame rate is a little rough. Oh shit! I didn't realize the bomb.
Special tactics ready.
Fuck you. Which launches so far? I hadn't quite noticed any by this point. The big one is that Titus is even allowed to be an Ultramarine at the moment. That wouldn't really happen. He was part of the Death Watch. That's a vow for life. And the excuse, like, oh, he crossed the Rubicon and he died, that doesn't really work, because there are Dreadnoughts that are in the Death Watch. Like, their vow to serve till death is... Yeah, that's a little bit of a lore issue. Like, the Inquisition and the Death Watch would not take that lying down. Even if it was a request from Calgar. Calgar's just a chapter master in their eyes. The only way they'd like be somewhat okay with it, not even okay with it, but they would just stomach it, is if Gilliman himself argued about it. Yeah, even in death they still serve. Yeah, and that's true for Death Watch. Like, you're part of the Death Watch, you're assigned to it, you make a vow to it forever. Especially if you're, yeah, like, Let me double check one lore bit though. There's one thing that might be. Yeah. And the thing is, I'm not even saying that this scenario can't happen. It's just it wouldn't happen smoothly. Like, this would be a major fucking political issue between the Inquisition, especially the Ordo Xenos, and the Ultramarines. This would not be minor at all. Death Watch. Just checking the Black Shields specifically. No, I don't want the wiki. It was the Lexiconum. There you go, Lexiconum. Yeah, because specifically, Titus was a Black Shield. For context, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know what a Black Shield is, it's a certain type of member within the Death Watch that serve the Inquisition and the Ordo Xenos that aren't allowed to display their home chapter's bearings. Like, they're not allowed to put on their pauldron Ultramarine or Space Wolf. Or normally, a chosen member of the Death Watch is allowed to present their heraldry from their home chapter on one of their pauldrons. Black Shields specifically are not allowed to. I'm just trying to double check though, in terms of like the Black Shield specifically, is there even more to do with like the vow of life? Yeah, because for me, this is something I would really like to double check. Okay, there is this bit. By tradition, these Astartes of the Black Shields are never questioned on their origin. Every trace of their past is obliterated by the removal of their chapter icon. During their first encounter with the Watch Commander, little is known of what is discussed. Yeah, most is kept sacred between the two, and supplicants normally supply only their name and their degree of basic training. By right, a Watch Commander is entitled to refuse entry to a warrior, although this is rarely done. And, okay, here we go. Once within the Death Watch, these Black Shields commit themselves to a life of atonement, where they guard the outer reaches of the Imperium from many diverse threats. Sometimes their lifelong service can even award them the honor of being entombed within the Watch Fortress. Their final action allowing them to reforge the bonds of brotherhood that they had once severed. Okay, so that's not extremely clear cut, but here's the thing: the big problem is that there are members of the Death Watch that are dreadnoughts. That's like the closest comparison I could think of to the crossing the Rubicon. Because in both scenarios, the traditionally firstborn Astartes dies, and then they're reborn into another form. That doesn't free you from service. Because a lot of people are going to say, well, okay, well, it works because it's a vow of life, and you died and were brought back. That doesn't work in 40k. Because in 40k, death is common for Space Marines, for Guardsmen, and bringing them back, Space Marines in particular. That's common as well as Dreadnoughts. Well, I say common. It's actually quite rare. But when it's done, you don't get... That doesn't free you from your oaths. It doesn't free you from your vows. If anything, you are to pick them right back up. Because even in death, you still serve. And that applies very much to Dreadnoughts. That wouldn't be any differently viewed, certainly by the Inquisition, in regards to a member of the Death Watch in the Black Shields. Like, it wouldn't work for him to, in regards of the political situation of him being allowed to rejoin the Ultramarines. He was to sever all ties and have his past erased, and he vowed a life of service. And in 40k, life doesn't end at when you first die. It ends when you no longer can be brought back. That's how 40k's death works. So that just doesn't work. It's important to note that doesn't change with respect to such effect, doesn't change a damn thing. If anything, that makes it even more significant that he remain both a Black Shield and a member of the Death Watch, because it doesn't matter if you're chosen to be a Black Shield or if you choose to be one. The choice, or whoever it's done by, does not matter. What matters is the vow of life. You are a permanent member of the Death Watch until you die. Dying and crossing the Rubicon and becoming a Primaris does not free you from your obligation to the Death Watch. It would be viewed the same as a Marine becoming a Dreadnought. You died, yes, but you're back. So your vows come back with you. Your oaths come back with you. That is how hardcore 40k is about these things. So that's a huge lore issue. Now, again, they might address it. I'm going to let the story play out. But this is no minor thing. And they've kind of played it off as a... Really, the part that they're hitting on is that, okay, he's got to get the acceptance back of his own chapter. Like, that's the tension, right? That's the controversy. But honestly, that pales in comparison to the political situation between the Inquisition, the Death Watch, and the Ultramarines. And Calgar directly ordering this, he doesn't have the authority. The Inquisition is above him. Space Marines commonly don't give a shit about that, but it doesn't change the fact that the Inquisition is above them. It is above the Space Marines. So this situation wouldn't be shrugged off by any stretch. The Inquisition would have a problem with this if they found out about it. And they kind of minutely addressed it with like one or two lines from the captain earlier, where he said, like, he denoted that this was controversial. But again, it felt more like he was hyping on the point of the controversy being within the chapter rather than the inter-chapter to inquisitorial issue. The only scenario that this would happen as smoothly as it is not if Calgar is the one that... Because he's just a chapter master. And yet that's a big deal for Astartes. But for the Inquisition, you're just a chapter master. Like, they think of you as just a chapter master. That's still a high position to anyone else in the Imperium. To the Inquisition, you're small fry. Well, somewhat. They would still fight you on it. And the Death Watch itself would fight them on it. So, by all accounts, he's not released from service. He's breaking his oaths. Inquisition pardon. Again, that can happen. It's highly unlikely. For Death Watch, highly unlikely. The only scenario I see them letting this go is if Gilliman steps in. If Gilliman, a Primarch, comes to them and pleads with them to allow this to happen and presses for it, then I can see the Inquisition allowing it. Not happily, not respectfully, and certainly not without protest, but they would let it happen if Gilliman was the one to talk to them. Calgar, he doesn't have the authority. He doesn't have the authority, he doesn't have the steel, he doesn't have anything that matches what the Inquisition would require from the person petitioning. I think there may be a reason. Are we sure Titus is fully informed? In terms of his oath and his vow to the Death Watch, he should be fully aware. Like they don't mince words with that kind of stuff. I think something is implied later on, but I can't be certain, but to avoid spoilers. Okay, well, we'll get to that point. Like I said, I'm not disregarding the campaign or anything. I'm not saying that this ruins the gamer by any stretch. It doesn't. This only really matters to lore nuts like myself. Like when you care like deeply about like the integral lore, this point is very like annoying. But as long as they address it in some fashion, I'm okay with it. It's not the biggest deal, and I know the common 40k fan doesn't even know this bit of lore. By the way, after this mission, you can do operations and get yourself out that blue shit armor. Oh, thank God. Please. That's so good to hear. Fuck yes. But yeah, like that is the lore thing right now, Vivek. That is a big red flag. Is a black shield casually, so far anyway, is being let off the hook of not a small vow. Not a small thing at all. He did try to argue to go back at the start. Not properly. Like, the way you said that, it implies, okay, he fought them. The chaplain just shot him down once and said, no, Calgar himself said this is okay, and he went with it. That wouldn't even fly. Like, the Space Marine in question who made the vow to become a Black Shield would know a chapter master does not have the authority over the Inquisition on that. That would, maybe personally, he'd be like, oh, I respect Calgar and Calgar's decision there. But overall, he would, especially being a former captain, Titus would know that wouldn't fly. So like I said, this is, don't instruct my blue blood. I would shit talking blue bloods all day on. Ultramarines are shit. I fucking hate the Ultramarines. Actually, it's actually even funnier that they're the ones doing this too, because the Ultramarines are the ones who stick to the Codex Astartes and to that system so fucking rigidly. Like, they pride themselves on logistics and being like the all-rounder, like, reincarnation of Rome. But in this game, we're starting off with them not giving a fuck about the rules. It's like, oh yeah, those rules, fuck that. It's like, are you Ultramarines? Don't get me wrong, I respect not giving a shit about the rules, but this is not what Ultramarines do. This would not go for well. The most lore-friendly 40k you've ever played? I'm gonna hold off on that judgment. So far, Dawn of War, I would argue, is a little bit better than this so far. But at the same time, again, I haven't given them enough time to address the inquisitorial political situation. That is a huge issue here. Alright. Oh, okay, that's an impressible swamp. Reason for Titus not arguing against the chaplain is probably he saw a certain char from the Warhammer Plus show and didn't want it to be used. They're referencing the Fem studies, yeah. It's like, oh shit, if I keep arguing, they'll make me talk to that chick. Alright, I'll do what you say. Leave me alone. F that. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't argue at that point either.
Restocking.
Like, I can keep going. The freaking chaplain is just like, alright, let me put it to you like this. You can either go along with what I'm saying, or you can go talk to the femsters. It's like, alright, okay. So I need to say, bro. We don't need to make threats here. Come on, we're all friends. Okay, am I lost? I might be lost.
Resupplying.
I might have gone back. Oh. No, okay.
Restocking.
And it's good we're getting some new stims and stuff, but, yeah, those things are welcome to stream. My ass off if the chaplain turns out to be Lysandros? You mean Leandros? On one hand, I hate that. On the other, that makes sense. Like, unironically. Like, Leandros is such an anal motherfucker. Granted, he's a standard Ultramarine in that regard. He wasn't exceptional by any stretch. I already have that.
Restocking.
Second. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, now we're back on track. Vengeance is a butthead. He's an asshole. He's a fucking asshole. But again, I'll point it out 1,000 times. Leandros is your bog standard Ultramarine. He is a lore accurate Ultramarine. That's why I find it so funny when Ultramarine fanboys are like, oh, I fucking love Titus. He got me to the Ultramarines. Okay. Who's your least favorite character in that game? Oh, I fucking hate Leandros. Well, I got bad news for you.
Understood.
Titus is very much not a standard Ultramarine. Leandros is. You may hate him. It's what he is.
The orbital guns.
Oh, you little bitch. Running away, are ya?
Another. Restocking.
Whee! Come here, you little bitch. Time to die. Yeah. Come on, boys. What you waiting for?
Ready to deploy special tactics. Grenade deployed.
I can hear reinforcements!
The executions are very fun, I will say. I really like that edition. That'd be so freaking funny. Well, I don't know necessarily if he's the chaplain, he's not the villain. I would think.
Angels! We're saved!
All right, that's pretty lore accurate.
Lads. Emperor's finest.
Oh yeah, one common misconception of 40k lore I think a lot of people have
Resupplying.
is that Space Marines are actually extraordinarily rare. And this is one thing I can like forgive any new person for mistaking.
We've locked them in. We can do no more.
Open the gate.
Yes, my lord. Open the gates! Sir, you said open the bloody gates!
Have a ooh, heavy bolter.
Another wave. We can't hold them.
Here they come.
Into position, men.
Don't let them surround you.
What are they doing?
Trying to get up here.
Yeah, frame rate's dropping again.
One moment, brothers.
Are you not the Lord Castellan soldiers? Fight, damn you!
Cut them off.
Where is that alien spirit I have heard tell of?
Space Marine's talking shit. That's pretty. I would say that's accurate too. But yeah, Space Marines are extraordinarily rare to be seen by humans. Like them being the poster boys and everything, and then like a lot of the stories revolve around them. I think it could be easily mistaken. More frame time? Alright, nice.
Honor your fellow warriors. Reload! Clearing the way. Throwing frag grenade!
Oh shoot, I should use the frag grenade over here.
Loading up. Everybody inside, now!
Yes, my lord.
We not eliminate the remains of the swarm! There will always be more. We must focus on taking down the high ship. Reloading! Frag grenade out! Marksman, get these gates closed.
Yes, my lord. Transmitting command now. Stand by.
Do not relent to your attacks. Never seen orbs do that. Makes them easy to kill. You have yet to see the worst of them. We are wasting time.
Yeah, I know I have a grenade launcher. I've tried to activate it. It won't. I don't know if I'm pressing the wrong button or what I have, but hey Caboose, can you chill out with the backseat gaming a little bit? Also, it doesn't help that the way you're writing it, it sounds like you're giving me attitude. Like, will you aim? You have a grenade launcher. It's like, hey, dude, I'm aware. I'm aware. Chill the fuck out. Hey, Captain Caboose, you have a brake on your truck. Did you know the key starts it? Like, dude. What would you score the game out of 10, out of 100? I'm only 2 hours in. Out of 100 so far. Okay, to denote like the jots against it, there's the performance is not great. Well, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Especially during the big swarms, the frame rate dips hard. Never below, I'd say 24 or 25 frames a second. So it's not criminally bad. It's just you noticeably go from 60 to like 24. Outside of that, there was that lore issue. But again, outside of lore nuts, I'm gonna say no one's gonna give a shit about the lore issue with the Death Watch thing. Based on the 2 hours, which keep that in mind, it is 2 hours. First of all, like, I'd say if you have a decent rig, you got an old PC. If you got an old PC, if you're running like a 1060 or worse, really any of the 10 series, if you're running any of those graphic cards and you have less than 32 gigabytes of RAM, I'd say hold off. It's probably not going to even work for you. If you have a semi-decent gaming rig at the moment,
Major Sakana.
Go ahead.
We met with one of your squads.
if you have a semi-decent rig somewhat near mine, I'd say it's probably a 78 out of 100. Like, the gameplay is really good when it works and when it's smooth. The graphics are really good overall.
No excuse for cowardice.
Okay. No, I don't want that. Heavy bolt pistol. Alright, let's go that.
They will not get past this.
On a 4060 Ti, it's very rough. Really? On a 4060? Yeah, I mean, the main thing that prevents it from being like 85 out of 100 to 90 out of 100 is the performance isn't amazing. They certainly need to do an optimization patch. That's for sure. Apparently, it's a common issue for streamers that the opening cinematic doesn't play and your screen freezes during that. So that's an issue for sure. So yeah, given those issues at current, I'd give it a 78 out of 100. Yeah. For the lore nuts out there that'll be irritated by the Death Watch thing, like me, and assuming they don't address it properly, that'll dip it to like 74 out of 100. But again, most people aren't going to care about that, so ignoring that, 78 out of 100. Or 7.8 out of 10, I guess. Some people's issues were, okay, well, I don't have it on an SSD. My SSD has my operating system on it, and it's only like 150 gigs. I have a hard drive.
Grabbing equipment. Very good.
But the thing is that doesn't excuse, I will throw that out there. If you download it on a hard drive and it still has these issues, and an SSD, it was what fixes it. Thing is, I still would put that blame on the devs and the game itself, because you can't design all your games assuming people have the optimal hardware, You know, you need to design your games with what the most regular hardware is going to be, and a lot of people have hard drives, not SSDs. In my case, for sure, and certainly I know a lot of people who have hard drives. They don't have SSDs as their gaming, the gaming storage.
Changing magazine.
Now your game is on SSD, and then your backups are on HD. Alright, and you said you still had some issues on your SSD? Care about taking minutes to start up? No, I don't care about a game taking minutes to start up. That's not my problem. That I can work with. I can't work. Oh, well, it's not that I can't work with it. Hello. Might already have one. I was about to say, moderate melee weapon. You have this. I was like, yeah, I have one.
Awaiting orders to attack.
You get frame drops and freezes. I don't get freezes. I have been getting drops though. Usually when there's a ton of enemies on the screen.
Were damaged in battle.
They must be close. Hold fast, Captain. We are coming.
Okay. No. Why would anyone choose the combat knife over the shade sword? Come on. That's just silly. Show me a power sword. Maybe I'll have a debate in my head.
Facility is just beyond those gates. There must be a console that opens them.
Come to Papa. Alright. I'm here, you filthy, stinking rodents. Crap, crap. I was pressing dodge.
On your feet, brother.
I will say that. That is... Okay, hold on. Now it dodges. I'm wondering if I get swarmed, if the dodge is prevented? Because I pressed dodge like a good 2 seconds before that hit landed, and it didn't dodge. So I'm wondering if if you're swarmed, it doesn't give you the space to dodge. I'll have to test that again. I mean, that would make sense. If you're surrounded on all sides being pressed up against it, it would make sense your dodge wouldn't work. But that also might have just been my input lag. Fuck you. You know, Asmo, you have lungs. I do? That's news.
Another one dead.
Gotcha. Fuck you. There we go. Boom. Over to anyone with a 4 GB VRAM if they want to play this game, gotta wait for a patch. If you only have 4 GB of, oh, that's bad. You only have 4 GB of RAM. Yeah, that's rough. I would recommend to anybody who has that nowadays, though, definitely. Yeah, who has 4 gigabytes of RAM? That was my reaction to it, but at the same time, if you're at that, if you only have 4 gigabytes of RAM, I don't know how you play any modern game on that kind of a rig. Like, like, I have 32. Like, I don't have the best RAM by any stretch. 64 is what a lot of, like, I would certainly recommend. If you can get the most RAM you possibly can, get 64. Get even more than that. I know there's, like, what, 124 gigabytes of RAM? If you can get, like, a really good chunk of RAM, get it. But I only have, I either have 32 or 64. I think I have 32. I don't think I ever got to, well, not RAM, VRAM. Pretty sure I have more. Hold on, now I'm curious. System properties. Okay, I have 32 gigabytes installed RAM. 64-bit operating system. Yeah, 4 VRAM is still tiny, I agree. Trying to find where my VRAM is listed, though. Okay, I have a i7 8700K CPU. That's all that's listed? Okay, I guess I gotta go to Device Manager to see the rest. I'm not gonna spend forever on that, but I'm not sure what my VRAM is. But my RAM is 32. Claudius, we're gonna stream. Yo, Asmo bro, just made it here. How's your experience with Space Marine 2, man? A mixed bag. I really like. The graphics are really good. I like the gameplay mechanics so far. It's very fun. Very reminiscent of the original game, with also the unique Saber interactive kind of World War Z experience. My only problems with the game at the moment are one particular story beat, which they still have room to address, and also, yep, that poor servitor got shredded. Also, the performance is a bit rough. Right now, the performance is great on my 2080 Super with 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's very good. Okay, right. But the moment I get hit with like the big swarms of Tyranids, and there's a lot of shit going on in the background, it's really bad. Like the frame rate drops to like 24 frames a second from 60. Which is an existing issue. That
we are approaching his position now.
Can you patch me through?
Working on it.
But thankfully, it's stuff that can be fixed with patches and optimization. Stiff. Hello. What are you? Okay, you're a stim. Yeah, 6 gigabytes. Okay.
By the Emperor.
Link established. Go ahead, Major.
Captain Aiden, I thought you were dead man.
Not today, sir.
You're tougher than Grok's hide.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Aiden, we need to take back those orbital guns.
I've got armor ready to roll.
See it done, Captain.
Yes, sir. Let's give him a taste of Cadian wrath.
Guardsman, honor your emperor.
With great pleasure, my
I'm glad I'm retarded, Karn. Thank you. To be fair, technically this isn't day 1. It was released early on the 5th, right? So this is day 4.
That cursed gate is in our way.
Yeah, so as you guys can probably see on stream right now, the frame rate is dropping.
Soldiers, to your work! Controls are in that tower!
Yeah, like the moment you get into these big scenes, it drops to like 24 frames a second. And so that's a chug of it.
The way is clear. Proceed.
Fuck, dodge! That didn't work.
They never learn.
That motherfucker went all the way to the back. This chub. Alright, here we go. Alright. You're gonna take a nap, right? Have a good one, man. Thank you for coming by and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hello. Fuck you!
Gotcha. Restocking. This will serve me well.
Let's do this. Is your favorite part, Caboose? Or not your favorite? You love this part. Okay. Let's see what's about to hit soon.
Backsides through that gate now!
Alright, we got Lehman Russ inbound.
As you command, Lieutenant.
Let's go. Up.
Reload.
I can't even boot up the game with my current desktop setup. Just gonna have to watch other people have it. Blast, Space Marine 2. Oh, don't worry, man. Like, give it some time, like, upgrade your stuff. Hopefully they'll also release some optimization patches that help with less advanced rigs. And granted, mine I don't think is a terrible rig. It's certainly not up to date anymore. I need to get a new graphics card. Which sucks, you know. I would have, you know, I would have liked my 2080 to still be a valid graphics card for many more years to come. But to be quite frank, it definitely needs grenades. Yeah, but I will say it's annoying to watch the frame rate dip as much as it is. Especially since the whole point of the game is it is a horde game. There you go. Boom. Ah, shit.
Navigating through this facility will take time.
A little redecorating will speed things up, my lord.
Woo, that's pretty. Oh, that's awesome. Orbital plasma guns.
Ammunition secure. Loading up.
More of the filth.
I mean, you little shit.
What is that?
Soundproof! Take it down. While it lives, the other creatures are harder to kill.
Fuck, God, no, shit, shit.
Reloading! Stabilizing point. Ready to deploy special tactics.
I mean, you fucking... Yes, die.
Someone broke a limit.
Mark Strong is great at this guy. That is absolutely true. Vivek, I strongly disagree with that. You prefer this Titus voice to old? No, I didn't. I don't even. Nowhere do I remotely even agree. I couldn't disagree harder, actually. I really couldn't. Mark Strong was far superior. Not even the same ballpark.
Get these guns online! Move!
That's another thing that's been very annoying, is the cinematics keep having the audio completely disconnected from the visuals.
It won't let that happen without a fight.
It's...
The hive mind. The Tyranid's powerful collective intelligence. Not to be underestimated.
Major! The guns are in a zero state of charge. It will take time to wake the machine spirit.
Hurry!
The Tyranids will throw everything they have at this facility.
This is Major Sarkana.
Now you can tell she's a true-born Cadian too, because she has purple eyes. That fun fact for those who don't know the lore, that is a trait of Cadian-born Cadians. Like if you were born on Cadia, they typically have those violet/purple eye color. It's due to the product of being so close to the eye of the warp. Planetary defense base. Okay.
Major, we need to establish a perimeter.
My troops are in defensive positions. They'll hold.
The enemy will try to scale these walls. Do not let them.
I had no plans to.
Northern wall is breached. Concentrate your fire. No hesitation.
Kinda too soon.
Get them off that wall. Target destroyed.
targeting system is jammed. It needs to be reset manually.
Understood. Runners, let us make haste.
Move. Alright, ammo.
Resupplying. Restocking.
Hello, Orc. Do I think I'm better than the Orc? No, don't think I'm better. Orcs is best. Green is best. Okay, I'm supposed to go over here.
Grabbing equipment.
Oh, okay, I see what. Okay, it's crack grenade and frag grenade. Okay, crack grenade. I want to try that with.
Assist where possible, but do not linger. The targeting system is our priority.
Yes, my lord. My lord, this elevator will take you up to the controls.
Protect you.
Activate.
Major Sarkana, we are almost at the targeting system.
You need to manually raise the petals of the satellite dish.
We will see it done. Major, I see the mechanisms. Stand by.
Be alert. The Tyranids have taken notice of you.
You don't say.
Keep them off me while I get this done. One down.
Yeah, that was funny. Hold on, let me just get this thing to work. Spin, 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 spin.
Done. Go for the next one.
Ah, fucking bombs. You spin me right round, baby, right. Fuck.
Get them off me!
Ow.
The Emperor protects.
Another.
My lord, we cannot use the guns until we raise those petals.
I know. Give me a second, lady. Go. Oh. Fucking die!
Target destroyed.
Come on. Satisfying breaking the warrior tyrannies like crack the edge. It is. It's very. Pain on veteran and above. I can believe it. Especially if you're relying on AI for help.
Destroy the targeting system. See that they fail.
Then again, depending on your friend group, it may be more frustrating. Rely on your friends to help you. Hey James, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Using a frag grenade.
Why did you use a grenade at nothing? Why?
Restocking.
We'll switch to the grenade launcher.
Here come the winged vermin. Protect
Okay.
the antenna.
That's fine. Get the fuck off of it. Thank you.
Special tactics ready. Need to reload. Munitions secured.
Oh, that keeps tightening up now.
More gargoyles headed for the antenna!
Oh shit.
The enemy are going for the antenna! Eliminate them!
Reload, reload, come on. There we go.
Changing magazine. Firmly stuck.
Pinadine. There it is.
Deploying crack. Reloading weapon.
The enemy have damaged the antenna!
Alright, yeah, this game is definitely gonna have a difficulty curve, especially.
We must hold them back!
Really? And they're throwing everything at us.
My weapon is empty. My armor is breached. Open.
Oh god.
Reloading.
Two of them. God damn it.
I still draw.
I literally just pressed F2. Ah, fuck, that's so frustrating. It doesn't help that it doesn't feel like your AI companions are targeting the objective at all. Like, granted, they're probably fighting in the background, but still, it's annoying that I feel like I'm the only one trying to get the gargoyles off.
They never learn.
More gargoyles headed for the antenna!
Take out those lines!
The enemy are going for the antenna! Eliminate them!
Changing magazine!
The enemy have damaged the antenna!
Get off of it, you shitheads.
Need ammunition. Munitions secured.
The enemy have damaged the antenna!
There we go.
Target destroyed.
We must hold them back!
Reloading. My weapon is empty. Frag grenade out.
My lord, the antenna has sustained significant damage!
Reloading weapon. My weapon is empty. Recovering. Resupplying.
Oh. Okay. I only have 10 minutes left before I have to get ready for work, unfortunately. And I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in 10 minutes. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, we'll pick back up here tomorrow. Because I don't think I'm gonna get it, or I'm gonna finish this before then. So far though, I guess I'll take a few more minutes so to kind of wrap up the experience thus far. Yeah. But so far, the game is a bit of a mixed bag. Like I said earlier, I'd say 78 out of 100. Yeah, seems pretty fair. its biggest issues are performance. That's for sure. The lag when the swarms really hit is really a big pain, especially when you're trying to do reactions to those alerts. Like when you're trying to do the parries, it's so reliant on the timeliness of it, and because of the frame rate dip, your reaction time is affected because the frame that it's displaying for the interaction is it gets caught up in like the reduced frame rate. So your reaction time is heavily affected by that. I do have an SSD, but it's for my operating system. I don't have an SSD, and it's only 120 gigs, and 90 of those gigs are occupied by documents, by my regular file system. So I do not have room for it for this game on my SSD. I don't think that'll fix it entirely. That could fix it, but I don't know. I also don't have any way to add an SSD to my PC because all of the hard drive ports for the motherboard and for the power supply are occupied by hard drives. Both of them terabyte drives. Do you think you do community co-op stuff when you finish the story? That's my plan. Problem is that frame rate, again, it's so frustrating. Because it does really affect, my ability to play the game properly when the frame rate drops so significantly when the big swarms hit, and the big swarms hit every few minutes because that's the joy of the game, right? It's supposed to be a swarm game. So I'm sure this game is a lot better if you have like a way better PC. Like if you have like the top of the line PC with an SSD, all that. The game's minimum requirement mentioned SSD required. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the problem that I'm not going to be able to overcome is I don't have an SSD that I can run. Personally, I think they should develop the game better so it doesn't require an SSD, but that being said, that's where we're at. So, I don't know. I might not play it again until I can figure out what to do with that issue because I don't have an SSD to work with. I only have a hard drive to work with. Like I said before, I can't put an SSD in my computer now because both my hard drives are HDD and they've taken up both ports on the motherboard and the power supply. I have no way to add an SSD unless I got a brand new power supply that has more slots or a new motherboard, both of which are much bigger frustrations than I care to go through just for one game. Yeah, I'd say so, Claudius. It really is down to your hardware. Do you have a top of the line PC? Then you can play this game and it'll probably be way better of a game for you. Probably a good 80, 90 out of 10. Out of 100, sorry. If if you're like me and you have not the top of the line stuff, this game is not great. It's because the biggest issue is definitely performance. It's so far the story is interesting. Again, with one big lore issue that's annoying to me, but it won't be to most people, so I'm not going to factor it into anything. Yeah, I know it does kind of suck that the game is so demanding of your hardware, but that's modern gaming for you. Like, everything has to be over the fucking top, I guess. I don't know. It's irritating. It is to have to shove out a bunch of money, not only for the game itself, but now I have to buy an SSD. So, what is the lore issue? I mentioned this earlier. It's the issue with Titus being reintegrated into the Primaris. Integrated the Ultramarines. That makes no fucking sense. Like I've mentioned several times. He was part of the Death Watch and specifically a Black Shield. And that's a service for life. Like, that's permanent. And no, the excuse, okay, he died, though, so he's clear. No, that's not how it works. In 40k, death happens all the time, and revivals happen all the time. That doesn't release you from your oaths or your vows in 40k. That does not happen. So, yeah, like I keep bringing up the example, but dreadnoughts are still in the Death Watch. It's not like if you die and you get into a dreadnought, you're then allowed to go back to your home chapter. That's not how that works. You're still part of the Death Watch. Crossing the Rubicon and becoming a Primaris is no different. Obviously, you're not in a giant fucking fuck-off machine like a dreadnought, but the core principle is the same. You died, but you're back. And thus your oaths and your vows and your obligations are back. You don't lose them because you die once. You know, it's not like Game of Thrones with the Night's Watch, right? Where Jon Snow said, "Okay, I'm free of it because I died." It's not like that. Death in 40K is known to not be permanent, and it's also known that with that, your obligations are not permanent. Are permanent still, and that's the expectation. So the lore issue is just with him being allowed to be reintegrated into the Ultramarines. That doesn't really make any sense. And the excuse, okay, well, Calgar ordered it. Okay, Calgar is just a chapter master. He doesn't have authority over the Inquisition or the Ordo Xenos. That's not power or authority he controls. If Gilliman had ordered it, that's a different story. That is more believable that the Inquisition will allow it at that point. Not happily, certainly begrudgingly, but they would turn away from it. Like, it wouldn't be a fight they'd want to have. Main character should have been someone else, maybe. I'm not opposed to bringing Captain Titus back. I just don't see why we couldn't have played as the Death Watch the whole game. Like, in my mind, I'm trying to think, like, why force him back? Like, if you want to have Captain Titus as the main character, fine, that makes sense. You can do that. Totally cool. Why make him go back to the Ultramarines? You know, why try and instigate a loophole that's not really a loophole to do that? It's an odd choice narratively. Because merchandising is, yeah, I guess that's the reason. You gotta have them, yeah, you gotta have the recognizable brand of the Ultramarine. It would have made way more sense to be in Death Watch, small action-packed missions with elite teams. Yeah, again, like, there's no reason they couldn't have done Death Watch. Other than, obviously, GW was like, okay, he has to be reintegrated into the poster boy faction that we sell our merch off of. Like, that's the only reason that makes sense, and it's annoying. But yeah, that's the lore issue that annoys the shit out of me. But again, it won't bother the average person or the normie. Like, especially if you don't know 40K at all. Like, if you don't know 40K at all, it has no bearing on your enjoyment of the game. Then yeah, my 78 out of 10, out of 100, I keep doing that. 78 out of 100 is probably not going to be your mark. So I'd say if you have less than the top of the line hardware, this game is not going to be for you. I highly recommend for people in that circumstance. Definitely invest in either upgrading your PC if you are able to. If you're like me and you're not really able to get an SSD because both your hard drives are taken up and you need to actively use those hard drives information. Like, I need to, like, all of my video editing and stuff is on my D drive, and all of my recordings are on my E drive, and so are all my video games are on my E drive. And then my C drive is my only SSD, but it's only 120 gig SSD, and it has my operating system on it. And it has all of my documents and my files on it. So for me, I can't replace or get rid of any of my hard drives to make room for an SSD. Like that, I can't do that. I would lose information and data I need to actively use. So in my case, I might not be able to keep playing. That's something that is like in the back of my head. It's like, you know, if I can stomach getting through the game and work through the lag and the other issues, maybe, but I don't know. I might request a refund. And I'll send the money to Caboose, obviously, because he's the one who actually got the game. I'm debating that. I probably can't do that now. I already played over 2 hours. I don't know. It does suck, though. It does suck that I'm getting... I can tell that there's an amazing game here, right? And it does suck that what's kind of barring me from being able to enjoy it is that I have a less than top the line PC. And the sad thing is, I don't even have the bottom of the line PC. Like, I don't have a 1660, 8 gigabytes of RAM. I have a middling rig. Like, it's 2080 Super. It's a decent graphics card, even now. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Granted, it could be 64. And my motherboard is newer. It's only like 4 or 5 years old. And my CPU the CPU might be upgradable for sure. I don't know. Again, I don't have a bottom of the line PC. So the fact that I'm having a hard time, there's a lot of people out there who don't have a lot of budget to work with that aren't going to be able to play this game. You remember you ripped your disk drive out? Well, the thing is, the disk drive out isn't the problem. The disk drive, like, I don't have a disk drive. I have no more ports for another hard drive. Like, it's not like, oh, well, you don't have to take out your hard drive, take out this other thing. I don't have another thing to take out. Like, that my PC already doesn't have a disk drive. I have maxed out my hard drives. So I short of sacrificing a whole hard drive, which again contains information I need, either it's the video games themselves plus recordings on my E drive, or it's all my editing files and my asset files on my D drive, and then my C drive is my operating system and all of my necessary files and my documents. So, what about external HDD? I could have one of those, but to put all of my games on, or to put all of my editing information on that I actively need to use, like, for example, in this stream right now, you guys see the HUD, right? You see the annotation, you see all of that's on my D drive. So if I want to stream, if I were to take that drive out and make it a portable one or a plug-in external ADD, or sorry, HDD, not ADD, I would have to plug that in every single time I wanted to stream. And also make sure I don't damage any of the cords, make sure I don't accidentally yank on it, and put it somewhere safe. So that's just too frustrating, to be honest, especially when I record and I stream, at least try to do very regularly. That's just more frustrating to do. So I don't really want to do the D drive there. The E drive, again, all my games are on it. And also all my recordings are on it. Now that's more possible to the... Thank you, Havoc. I donate to the upgrade fund. I don't want to thank you. Very, very generous of you. I appreciate it. But I don't want to have anyone think like, oh, I'm just saying like it's a finance issue. It's just... it is partially a finance issue. Like, I can't afford a new a new solid state drive. I can't afford one at the moment, but that's only part of the issue. The other problem is, even if I could, I don't have a way to plug it in. I don't have the space. So that's meant move your files, upgrade your internals, and then move them back. I can do that potentially, but that I would need to find an SSD that's the same size as my HDDs, because for context, my D drive has only 200 gigabytes free out of 1.8 terabytes. My E drive only has 216 gigabytes free out of 1.99 terabytes, so 2 terabytes effectively. And my C drive only has 40 gigs free of 446 gigabytes. So that's a lot of... So that's over a terabyte and a half on the E drive I have to make room for somewhere else, and about the same size for the D drive. It's like I need effectively 3 terabytes of storage to put all of those files onto a secondary drive so I can upgrade and put in a new SSD. I don't know if SSDs go up to 2 to 4 terabytes. I mean, they might. I haven't looked around, to be fair. That might be a way to do it, but... as it stands right now, like, It's not like I can't play the game. The game does run smoothly up to a point. It's just when you get into the combat, the core of the game, it plummets in its frame rate and response time. It's a huge pain. Let's see. 2 terabytes and up. Does that exist? 2 terabyte portable SSD. 1 terabyte internal. Not seeing anything that's 3 terabytes. 1 terabyte. And I don't normally see SSDs go that big. You can get if I can get a 4 terabyte SSD, that'll work. But it is yeah, it is a fuck ton of nids on screen. I think the other problem is the graphics. Is like the graphics is really demanding. I don't know. I'll look into solutions. I don't know. I'm gonna try and play again tomorrow. See if I can adapt to the frame rate plummets. It's irritating, but I can try and adapt to it just to be able to finish the game. I don't know. I can try and free up space on the C drive and see if I can put the game on it. But if I put the game on it, it's definitely gonna completely fill my C drive. Ugh. I don't know. I'll try and figure some things out. But like I said, I gotta get ready for work. So just want to let you guys know though that I'm gonna try and play the game again tomorrow, one way or another. Hopefully, I'm able to, and it's plenty of fun. But I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you coming by. I appreciate all watching. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for some more. Hopefully, if I can figure it out, like we can work through it and the game will run a lot smoother. I will say if you're running anything other than an SSD, I don't recommend the game. I also don't recommend the game if you don't have at least a 2060 graphics card. Honestly, ideally, you want something in the 30 series, probably 3070, maybe 3080. Definitely look into that. But if it's a maybe if you're in the 20 series. It's just a no from me if you're in the 10 series. Like, period. But anyway, SSD and a decent graphics card. If you have it, absolutely recommend the game. So far, it's really good. Not, no. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.